Just first of all, just very frustrated, disappointed. This is certainly not what Cincinnati football is all about. I can promise you that. It's not what we're going to be about. We're going to play better football so we can go out and get these wins. And this one certainly was there for us to go get, and we didn't do it. It starts right with me. Some calls we could have done differently in that game. And it's very frustrating. And we made some mistakes today. For just freaking giving them a touchdown on the kickoff return. Nothing they really did there except for us just giving it to them. Gave up a punt return, huge punt return in the game. I think offensively, a couple times on fourth down, we went for it. The first drive, it's a touchdown. We dropped the snap or exchange there, but Peyton's wide open in the flat. It's going to be an easy touchdown. Late in the game, we go for it on fourth. We're down 12, I think, at that point. Trying to get some touchdown on the board. We didn't get that fourth down as well. On a positive note, which was different than last week, once we got down there in the second half, our guys didn't hang their head. They continued to play, and we had an opportunity to come back and win the game on the last drive. So I am proud of our guys for that. There was great energy on the sideline today throughout the whole game, which we talked about last week. There was not. We wanted to come in and establish the run, and we were able to do that. I thought our backs ran hard today. We had some explosive runs in the running game. We have not seen that this year like we had today. That's a definite positive. I thought Corey and Miles ran very hard, did some great things in the running game. The guys up front blocked well today. And so I thought they did. We put our defense in some bad positions, and we held them to field goals, which was a great job by our defense. Kicking game was huge, though. When you think about the punt return, you think about us giving them a touchdown on kickoff return, and their field goal kicker, knocking down those field goals. But again, the difference was we lost the turnover margin again. 1-0. We did not create any, and we didn't give our defense a chance to stop them on that one. It was a touchdown. So. There's certainly some things we can build off of, but certainly extremely disappointed in not finishing the game there, particularly on the last drive.
Questions for Coach?
The decision not to go for field goals, is that just a feel for the momentum of the game at the time? Is that what the players were
doing? I think the first drive we thought we had a great play call, really set up for that particular one, and it was there. When we executed it all week in practice, knowing that's what we're going to do, and it was there, and we didn't execute today in that particular series. Hindsight's 20/20 on the other one that I'm thinking about down here in this red zone. I think it was 4th and 4 or 5, and roughly in that range. Emery threw it out, the receiver broke in. A play that we had hit later on in the game a bunch across the on that hash there. But again, trying to be aggressive in that particular point because we're down 12, and I felt like in the second half they were getting some long drives. How many possessions are we going to be able to get? So that was kind of decision making into that one.
Special teams, you gave up a long return again on a punt, and then obviously the fumble for the touchdown. What is it going to take to get that back on track? It feels like it's kind of been sliding.
Yeah, I think last week our punt team was great, and today was really good, except for that one. That was a roll punt. The ball, we were supposed to punt the ball on this side. The ball was more to the middle of the field. So our guys were really more running this way, and ended up pinning our guys, and he took it right up the middle. Now we have to adjust in that particular sense right there on that punt. But that was good execution on them. Now, the one that's unacceptable totally is the fumble. And that should have been a fair catch. We were fair catching it today. Unless they gave us a kick that was really, really short, but I think that one maybe around the 3-yard line. So it should have been a fair catch on that particular one. And but it's unacceptable to fumble the football. We particularly Braden. Braden, he's a veteran player, played a lot of football. He's got to take care of the ball in that sense.
Ryan and Keegan.
Coach, it seems like obviously special teams have been an issue, but turnovers were a little bit better as far as Emery. Is that something that you guys worked on this week in practice as far as maybe getting him out of the pocket? It seems like he's more comfortable in the run.
Yeah. We certainly emphasized taking care of the ball offensively, and and we did a much better job with that today. I thought we had a better plan with what we were trying to do. and I thought, it gave us an opportunity and a chance there in the second half, to be able to come back into the game. There were some big conversions. In the second half, we started converting the third downs. In the first half, not as much. And so I thought we did much better with adjustments we made at halftime to come back in the second half to be able to throw the football to get back in the game. And we were able to do that. And, we certainly emphasized that, and I think, trying to move Emory around is certainly a valid point, not just sitting in the pocket. Right before half, we give up 2 sacks, and it really just sat right in the pocket. We in those scenarios, get them out of the pocket. Let's try to get something moving on the outside so they just can't tee off in the pocket.
Keegan.
Looked like there was more energy today, vocally in every way. Was that a point of emphasis throughout the week, and did you kind of see that impact?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was awful last week. We mentioned that in here, and I think to the team's credit, they saw it and felt it, and they felt, hey, listen, we're coming out. And we're going to have a lot of sideline, a lot of energy, and you saw that the whole game. And I really think that's how we fed off of that, and that's how we were able to come back and get into the game there at the end to have a chance to go either tie or win it. And I also saw today guys having each other's back, and I think that is incredibly important. We're so much. There is a lot of newness going on, and with this team, with these coaches, and with everybody trying to blend, and we're learning a lot this year. But what we have to continue to learn is to play for each other and continue to have each other's back. Well, I saw that today, maybe for the first time this year, and that is a great sign of a team that is continuing to fight and continue to play for each other, and that's what we have to have. I mean, again, it's very disappointed, but I mean, if I'm going to take a positive out, that is positive, and we can help build off of that as we move forward.
You mentioned ball security and you had 4 fumbles, only lost 1, but was that more about what Baylor was doing or that more self-inflicted?
Yeah, I mean, we go back and watch the film. I mean, I'm sure, I think it's self-inflicted. I mean, I think we have to, we talk about holding the ball high and tight, especially in traffic. I mean, these defenses do a great job of hitting, trying to knock the ball out with their helmet or hands, swiping at the ball. One time, Corey had a first down, and then they fumbled back, and we fell on it, and then now it's 4th down. We had to punt. That was an unfortunate bounce. So just hold on to the ball right there in that scenario. We get a first down. We're staying on the move. But I feel like we work on ball security a lot. Not creating those fumbles. But one of them was Emory on the 4th down, the running back and the exchange right there when we're trying to pull it. Those type things are frustrating because that doesn't happen in practice. I mean, we're really clean with that. So I hate it that it happened when we needed it.
Chad and Neil.
The last offensive play, did it look to you like it was there early? Defense was there early?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we Braden on the sideline right here. He's trying to run an out route. He can't run the out route because he's getting restricted and the ball's thrown right out in front of him. I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to do. And then that was all over his back. I mean, we got to be able to make the play. But it is extremely difficult if you're going against a man team and they had to stop us and they're playing man. Here's what I'll say about it. Defenses will go as hard as you allow them to go when it comes to those type things. And if you allow them to do it, they're going to keep doing it and do it even more, right? We've seen our share of DPI calls throughout this season. Coming into this game, we led the Big 12 in DPI calls. Some of them, it's just not consistent.
Neil.
You talked about it in the past of the explosive plays, especially on the offensive side of things. Miles and Corey ripped off 3 big runs today of 35 plus. Just talk about the performance from those running backs.
Glad you asked. Great explosive runs today. That's why I mentioned them at the beginning. Miles and Corey really ran hard today, and it really started up front because our O-line popped some holes for those guys. It was great to see those guys, breaking out, making some big time runs. One of them was on the 3rd down when Miles broke a tackle, hit the sideline, scored a touchdown. Our longest run from scrimmage that scored, and that's awesome. And we got to have more of that. And so I really, Miles, I thought gave us a great spark today with, some of his explosive runs, and then Corey as well. He broke off a 40-yarder as well today. So for the first time really this year, I thought those 2 guys really did some great things in the running game.
Scott.
Is it unusual to lose when you have 2 100-plus yard
Yes.
runners?
Extremely.
I mean, you probably had it before, but typically that's a win.
Yeah. 288 yards rushing to 80, you win. Usually.
Coach, it seems like you guys have really struggled against the pass and deep plays.
We have.
How do you get better with that? It seems like, Keytron Jackson had 130 yards today, multiple explosive plays behind the secondary.
Yeah, I mean that we're trying. You know, I mean, we don't have much depth in the secondary. You know, the guys that are playing are the guys that we have to play. I think sometimes we get nosy with our eyes and are, you know, trying to go stop the run sometimes, and then, you know, we're supposed to be back and help out in the secondary. You know, that's certainly it has been a point of emphasis to try to get better at that, because we are good at stopping the run. You know, and, you know, giving up those big pass plays. One of them was a trick play that they hit down the sideline. One of them was a post. One of them was we were double covered. We had him double covered, number 11 down the sideline for a 55-yard bomb. We got to stay on top. You know, we have to stay on top and you know, make that be an incompletion. It's particularly if you're getting double covered. You know, so those are things we have to get better at. And because teams are going to see it, they've seen it. I mean, they see it on film, and so we come in here on Saturdays and they're going to attack that. They're going to try to throw it deep on us, and teams have done that and had success in that. So we have to stay on top.
Russ.
Shimon seemingly looking like the top option over the middle over the past couple weeks. Is he kind of fitting nicely into that role as a nice middle fielder?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, we certainly started to utilize him more the last 3 weeks, and he's a big target. You know, big catch radius, big guy in the middle. You know, to me, a hard guy to cover. You know, even if it's man, because you got, you know, he can kind of box some of those guys out over the middle. Some big third down catches today by Shimon, and I say this every week. He's getting better and better, and he can get a lot better. You know, but I think it's certainly you know, good to have a security blanket right in the middle of the field. When you start down, you need to get a first down.
Neil.
You talked about the energy this team brought to you. A guy like Deshaun Pace finished with the game high, 11 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, a sack, quarterback Curry, anything you name it. Just talk about his performance and the energy he sparked for that defense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a fast player, you know, and then when he's in the right spot, he can make plays. And you know, so being able to have him coming off that edge today to cause some problems and havoc off the, I think that was some huge plays that he was able to make, you know, and we have utilized his speed. You know, he's a quick twitch guy. You know, and yeah, I mean, he had a big time game today. We obviously, you know, need that from him to be able to put pressure on the quarterback. And I thought we, you know, did some good things putting pressure on the quarterback today. You know, coming from Deshaun and some of the D line, you know, giving some good havoc on the quarterback. So that was obviously good to see.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.